What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Cinematic Cravings. Today, we're diving into Netflix's biggest animation phenomenon to date. With 236 million views, the film has become the platform's most watched original ever, and there's one question on everyone's mind. So, what's next? Looks like the answer is taking shape. K-Pop Demon Hunters 2 is really happening. Talks between Sony Pictures Animation and Netflix have started, and director Maggie Kang is gearing up to bring Zoey and Mira forward with deeper storytelling alongside Rumi. But before we dive into the details, I know most of you watch and move on, but hey, subscribing and liking is totally free. Come on, let's be generous, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's grow together. Now, let's get started. The first film didn't just win hearts with action. It blended female power, music, and Korean culture with a wild, electric energy. But according to Maggie Kang's comments to Variety, there's a much bigger backstory that didn't make it on screen. This was Rumi's story. Kang says, but we also wrote Zoey and Mira's backstories. It was too much for one movie, so we saved it for the sequel. In other words, the second film will explore both Hunter divided by X's group dynamics and each member's origins. The cast is expected to return. Arden Cho, the voice of Rumi, said she'd love to see Rumi's desire to save Jinu resurface after his death. She even joked, what does being dead really mean in this world? Anyway, teasing the possibility of Jinu's return and sparking the big fan question, will Rumi and Jinu reunite? Meanwhile, the music has gone beyond just a soundtrack. With the first film, 4 songs hit the Billboard Hot 100 at the same time, a first in history. Netflix is keeping that cultural explosion going by expanding the brand. The new Netflix stores in Philadelphia and Dallas will feature dedicated K-pop Demon Hunter spaces. Long story short, this isn't just a movie anymore. It's a global brand. But the real question is this. Will K-pop Demon Hunters 2 simply continue Rumi's story? Or are we witnessing the birth of a new lead? I think it's time for Zoey or Mira to take the spotlight. They made a huge impression in the first movie but weren't fully explored. Focusing on their pasts, motivations, and personal struggles could keep the story fresh both emotionally and thematically. The rumors point not only to a wider story but a shift in tone. Maggie Kang told Variety, this time it's not just who Hunter divided by X are on stage, it's what they went through in the past. The first movie gave us neon cityscapes, the glow of idol life and demon battling energy. The sequel seems headed towards something more emotional, character-driven, and mythically rich. The hottest fan topic is Rumi's dead boyfriend, Jinu. He seemed to turn to dust at the end, but in this universe, death is rarely absolute. Theories across Reddit and X suggest Jinu could return through Hanmon energy, maybe even as an antagonist. That would push Rumi into both an emotional and moral trial. On the other hand, Zoey and Mira could form the heart of the sequel. There's a rumor about a demon bloodline hidden in Zoey's past. Some say her family descends from ancient demon hunters, but Zoey keeps it quiet to protect the group's morale. As for Mira, there's a more personal mystery. In the first film, her family photos were blurred or obscured, which many believe was a deliberate breadcrumb for the sequel. Unpacking both stories could completely reshape Hunter divided by X's dynamic. Like I said, Rumi's arc landed. Zoey and Mira's journeys are just beginning. That approach fits the idea of turning this into a trilogy, 3 films, 3 character-focused arcs. The first film was Rumi's, the second centers on Zoey or Mira, the third would unite their origins into a grand finale. All the while, the musical identity stays intact. According to Forbes, Netflix is planning more performance sequences and original tracks for the second film. That means K-pop Demon Hunters isn't just an animated series, it's evolving into a global music brand. The themed spaces at the Philadelphia and Dallas Netflix stores back that up. Expect the sequel to be not just a story, but the strongest big screen wave of K-pop culture yet. Official production details are still limited, but the behind-the-scenes picture is getting interesting. THR and Puck report that Sony Pictures Animation has sat back down with Maggie Kang and Chris Applehans. The first film was Sony's first streaming-first animated feature. The sequel would refine that formula. With Netflix's bigger animation budget and international marketing, the second film could level up to a true super production. On the animation side, whispers say some of the Spider-Verse team may return as consultants. Internally, Sony aims to keep the Houdini-based FX and proprietary lighting pipeline, but push lighting toward a Neon East aesthetic. Expect brighter, punchier visuals both in K-pop concert scenes and demon battles. As for a release date, there's no official word, but studio calendars suggest summer 2027 is the most likely window. Animation typically takes about 2.5 years, and once you add music production and sync work, summer 2027 makes sense. Forbes and Variety say Netflix plans to drop a teaser by late 2026. Fan theories don't stop there. Some Redditors believe we'll see a rival idol group, not a boy band, but a full demon girl squad. That idea could tie directly into Zoey and Mira's secrets. If true, the sequel won't just be a character story. It'll dig deeper into identity and belonging. On Netflix's side, the film is expanding as a brand. A new Hunter Divided by X album, digital concert events, and social campaigns are planned. Like Arcane and Across the Spider-Verse, the goal is to turn the film into an interactive experience, something fans engage with, not just watch. So K-pop Demon Hunters 2 is shaping up to be more than a sequel. It's the second wave of a global cultural phenomenon. Casting isn't officially locked yet, but the signs are strong. The Hunter Divided by X core Rumi, Zoey, Mira looks likely to reunite. Arden Cho especially wants Rumi's journey to get more complicated with the drive to save Jinu. That suggests a sequel where Rumi steps into a mentor divided by bridge role, with Zoey or Mira taking center stage. The antagonists are just as enticing. If Jinu's hormone dynamics allow a comeback, the emotional and moral stakes skyrocket. We'll likely learn whether Guima was truly destroyed or merely repelled. And of course, the Seja boys. Folding that cocktail of fame, music, and demonic allure back into the universe would raise both the musical and dramatic stakes. For the long-term architecture, the most talked about plan is a rotating lead trilogy. Film 1, Rumi. Film 2, Zoey or Mira's Inner World. Film 3, a unifying finale that knots together all three origins and bonds. It deepens the mythology piece by piece while keeping each entry fresh with a new character lens. Off-screen ambitions are big, too. Early talks of live action and even a stage show are floating around. The themed K-pop Demon Hunters areas in Netflix's physical stores reinforce that transmedia vision. With workload concerns, a full-time spin-off series may not land immediately. A film-centered expansion strategy looks like the smarter way to grow the brand. With the bar set by that historic chart run, expectations for the music are sky-high. After 4 songs hit the Hot 100, top 10 simultaneously a first, the sequel is expected to bring bolder originals, choreography action montages, and global sing-along events. It's not just a new chapter. It's a chance to expand Hunter Divided by X's on-stage and off-stage stories into a music universe strategy. Visually, the plan is to take the first film's neon and pastel atmosphere to the next level. The animation team wants to blend K-pop stage lighting into demon battle sequences, a cinematography twist that sounds genuinely exciting. Each character will get a signature light palette to match their musical color. Purple-blue for Zoey, turquoise-gold for Mira, classic pink-red for Rumi. Think of it as a visual concert experience layered onto the narrative. For fight choreography, they're developing rhythm-synced action. Instead of simple beat matching, combat will integrate dance steps with fight moves in a more advanced system. Maggie Kang calls it as elegant as a pop concert, as destructive as a demon war. The idea keeps the K-pop pulse while channeling a stylized Spider-Verse-like tempo. Marketing is being planned at full scale. A digital album, TikTok dance challenges, and teaser clips with artists in a global campaign. The aim is to make the audience feel like they're part of the stage, maximizing the cinema music fandom triangle of engagement. On timing, industry chatter still points to summer 2027 as the likeliest release. Word is Netflix will position it around major mid-year events, pushing it as a Netflix summer blockbuster. A teaser reveal is expected late 2026. Finally, the fandom's commitment is unlike anything we've seen. Thousands of theory threads, animation fan art, and song covers across Reddit, X, and TikTok. Netflix is reportedly exploring ways to bring that energy into the film itself with interactive moments. K-pop Demon Hunters is no longer just a movie series. It's a new phenomenon, blending cinema, music, and community culture into one. Sony and Netflix are at the table. Maggie Kang is back, and Zoey and Mira are finally getting their stories. K-pop Demon Hunters 2 is gearing up for a whole new era. How do you picture this movie? Who should lead the sequel, Zoey or Mira? Drop your theories in the comments. Let's talk. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you in the next one.